Hi everyone, this is Dango, and today we have a special guest, Lukcid, the champion of Apex Arena Season 6 in Global Langrisser Mobile. So we're going to have a little chat with Lukcid to know more about this very strong top Apex Arena player. So hi Lukcid, are you ready to
Hello,
talk with
Dango.
us?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hi, okay. So yeah, Lukcid. So you just got the champion for season 6 in Langrisser Mobile. How do you feel now?
Um, well, I was absolutely thrilled to have won Global Apex Season 6.
Yeah.
I guess someone who has been playing since Season 1, it really felt awesome to feel like I have accomplished something.
Yeah,
And I think after the finals, I had such an adrenaline rush. And I think that moment was particularly more enjoyable because there was a solid group of friends that really congratulated me afterwards and were just as thrilled, if not more, for the victory and supported me throughout this PO.
yeah. That was indeed a very wonderful time. I was also in that group. I know, like when Lukcid was making the right move in the end, and we saw his AOE is coming one after another. I think it was after the miracle was cast and people started saying, "Oh, this is gonna be over. This is gonna be over. This is gonna be a miracle Ares plus juggler jump." And then yeah, it was yeah, and later on it's pretty much as anticipated, and you just take the champion. Yeah, very happy for you, and I know you are super happy as well.
Yes, I
So
am.
okay, so I get a little bit question for you. Um, so during this playoff, I mean this playoff is really long. We are talking about like almost a whole month of like this playoff. So for all the matches that you played, was there any like particular matches that you think that was pretty hard, or any like special match that you, just makes you like you're going to that is going to be in your memory for a while?
I mean, all the playoff matches are going to stick with my memory, but if I had to pick one match that was particularly difficult, it'll have to be the second game versus Autorun, because I'm a player that really doesn't like to play aggressively, and I want to play safe, and patiently. But
Yeah.
after the ban pick, when he picked two tanks with Juggler, he had Rosensil and also Yulia. I felt obligated to play aggressive to really create an opening and win. So that was kind of mentally burdensome at the moment. So that match, I think, was probably the hardest.
Yeah, I still remember the moment that you use your Iris and take advantage of the pillar to teleport his healer into a spot where she was not guarded anymore.
Right, that was more like a spontaneous reaction from me because right before I had to do that, he got Juggler Breeze from Tenyu.
Yeah.
And I felt like if he just comes in with Juggler and then let this fight become a mid fight, then there is no way for me to win. So I had to gamble. So I think that was a very nerve-wracking moment.
Yeah. That was clearly one of the match that I really I really enjoyed myself, and yeah, that was a very nice play. As you said, some people actually think you are not doing so well from the pick and ban, but it's so great that you planned when to jump in, and as you said, suggested. Usually you don't rush like that, but you steal a chance and you take it. Yeah, that was the match versus God K was really amazing. So and then we're going to move on to the next question. So you're such a professional player in playoff now. Do you have some lesson on how to how to do the playoff, how to get better spot in playoff? Do you have some recommendations for other players?
Well, I think it's something that everyone knows, I think. But because during the playoff, you can check what units your opponents can use and study what he or she prefers in terms of playstyle. Putting time into preparation really pays off in playoff, I think.
Okay, so what kind of preparation you did?
For this season, this is my first season that I actually did it, but Zanshin actually inspired me to do it. Uh, I took screenshots of the boxes that my previous opponents used, and also the individual unit stats, and I did some research and how he played during the band pick more so than the actual gameplay to figure out what kind of a play or band pick he or she prefers, and I think that really paid off for me.
Yeah. That's really good to know. So this is probably one of the thing that is very different from the regular season. Is there any other thing that you think that makes a pretty big difference? Because some players, they think they are doing pretty well during the regular season, and then they didn't do as well in the playoff. So besides like prepare for your opponent, is there something they can do to like make it better?
I think because playoff is best of 3 and regular season is just one match.
Yeah.
I think having the mentality that you shouldn't tilt at any point during the best of 3 matches is very important. Because during the finals match, the game 1, I had a very unlucky passive block coming out from Gizar of Constructs.
Yeah,
and at that moment, I was quite literally chanting to myself, like, do not tilt, this is just game 1. So having that mental game, I think, is a big plus during the playoff as well.
Yes. And yeah, definitely you have, I mean, not only the passive sale, but also at the beginning of game 2, we saw this crazy breeze from Royally, right?
Yes.
And yeah, and I think to be able to come down and not get tilt, and just make the right moves and then come back is definitely very essential for the wins. Okay, yeah, very thank you about these great suggestions, Lukcid Sensei. So yeah, so this is so much about the Apex Arena. I know, we have something else to discuss, a little bit more interesting maybe. So I know you are like a fans of the original Langrisser series. Which series you like the best?
If I had to pick one, I will have to pick Langrisser 2. Because that's the series that I played first and really got me into this entire Langrisser series.
Yeah, that series was about Elvin's pathways, like he can pick to be dark or to be light, right?
Yeah.
Or not exactly dark, but impair, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so which unit you enjoy the most from the original series then?
It actually changed over time. When I was a kid and when I was actually playing Langrisser 2, I thought Elwin was the coolest person ever because he's the protagonist, right?
Yeah.
But now that I think back, Elwin's such a... How should I say this nicely? He's a big betrayal person, right? But he doesn't stick to anybody, anything. He changes minds every split second he gets a chance to, right?
See, he actually he has to kill Sherry in the other land, right?
Yeah. So as a grown-up person now, I actually like Leon the most, not Elwin. But back in the days, I used to like Elwin the most.
Yeah. Leon is definitely very good there.
Yeah.
I know, like Leon and Boren is a very good combo also. For the Empire, yeah. So back to the Langrisser mobile series. Which unit would be your favorite then?
My favorite at this moment has to be Mariel.
Mariel.
Yes.
Could you give us some like reasons why you like her so much?
Yeah, because first of all, her EOL skin is such a great quality. I love her EOL skin.
Yeah, of course. For a glass girl, that's just so cute, right?
Yes. But also in performance, she's very versatile. She can heal, she can assassinate, she can even tank bust under the right circumstances. And I really value those units that are versatile, not just one thing.
Yeah, it's like a very strong chess unit, right? Like you jump in at the right timing, then she do what you hope she can. Yeah, it's a unit with such a great versatility. Yes, yeah. So those are the units that you kind of enjoy.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is.
as we can see. So yeah, we're moving to season 7 now, and some of more characters is going to join the show. There is like Tova, there is like Kruja, there is a character that is going to have 3C skill, Bernhardt, and Altmuller. So is there something that you are expecting from season 7? Are you going to change your playstyle a little bit?
I think season 7 is gonna be a bit more diverse. I mean, season 6 was already a pretty diverse season compared to previous seasons, but season 7 I think is gonna be even more diverse. But at the same time, I feel like there are not as many so-called meta units that you really want to have prepared. So it's gonna be more free-to-play friendly than season 6, because season 6 was a very brutal season. We had to pull so many units every month, and every unit were relevant.
Yeah, exactly. Like starting from your favorite unit, Mario and Lord
Yeah, starting from there.
Yeah, and then moving on to what was that after? Hilda? No, there was one thing before Hilda, right? No. After that was Hilda, and then yeah, maybe I forgot something. Yeah, you use some crazy banners that just back to back, and just drains your players' crystals. And then even like before top 64, we have to pull Himiko.
Right. It was very burdensome.
Yeah, good thing for next season, there will be a couple of banners that doesn't look that necessary for all players to pull. Definitely some characters are still like really interesting, like CC White, but those units are not super like common in the Chinese server. We will see if the global server will have a little bit more showcase on these units.
Right, and also the old characters like Bernhardt. With the addition of the 3C, those old units are getting into the spotlight again. So we can really reuse the units that we have raised in the past instead of having to replace with all the new units every month. Yeah, so I think that's something really great.
Yeah, and there is a cute vessel that is going to join the party, right? The Helena.
Yes, her too.
Scale, yeah, but with a very strong special gear, I guess. So yeah, so much expectations for the next season. So Langrisser Mobile has been a pretty long game now. Like in global server is like over 2 years. In Chinese server is almost like 3 years. Do you have some like suggestions for the game? What's the game that you hope it becomes in the future?
As a player, I wish that they can really put those old units back into the spotlight that they are doing right now with the SP system and all that, and have that continued in the future. And at the same time, I also want them to work on balance, I guess, a bit more between the factions, so that we are not really forced to play the meta faction or meta boxes only, and people can have more diverse choices.
Yeah.
So I think that's, as a PvP lover, that's something that I really wish Geelong can really focus on.
Yeah, it's amazing to see that Langrisser Mobile got so much success in the PvP, which is really not that common for a mobile game, but I guess Langrisser Mobile did it. And the developers is definitely trying to put everything into a balance. And I like the fact that some of the old units, even some of the SR units like Egbert and High-End, if you use their SP class. Egbert doesn't have SP, by the way. Yeah, he lost the voting, but High-End got SP, but with those like SP and like 3C scale, even those kind of units can be brought back to the table, so which is really nice. And next season, we don't have like that many new characters that you have to summon 100%. So but there will be a lot of old unit that is available for you. So we're gonna make some good decisions on who to use, and hopefully the developer can, keep this trend and try to like balance out Apex Arena, so we will have more fun in this game. Yeah, so very very thank you for joining me today, Lukcid, and again congratulations on your champion on Season 6 Apex Arena Global.
No problem, Dango.
Yeah, really
Thank you
awesome.
for having me.
Yeah, really like one of the best thing you can get in this game.
I know, right? One of the best accomplishments you can ever achieve, I guess.
Yeah, that's really great. Okay, so again, thanks for joining me, and with that, we will see bye to all the audience now. Okay, bye.